They can spoof a phone number, and then they can fake your voice, and it'll seem like I'm talking to you on the phone, but I'm not.
It comes in as a desperate call for help from a loved one, and it even sounds like them. But in the end, it's a scam.
News Specialist Andrew Adams has a cautionary tale tonight about scammers who are more convincing than ever here with the help of artificial intelligence and what you can do to outwit them.
It's been fun to see what happens with the digital era.
Technology has always been the topic that's made him tick.
How things have changed, it's been enormous. I've been able to see that happen before my eyes in a major way.
David Allen helped to optimize atomic clocks, and he could go on for hours about how much logic matters in everything.
I mean, I get phone calls all the time. I don't know who they are, so I click, I'm done.
But the second he answered one recent call, all the logic went away.
Our youngest son's son, that he was in an accident, he sounded like he was in trauma.
Suddenly, the acclaimed physicist was just another grandpa who believed his grandson was in trouble.
His car was damaged, and the person that he'd hit was a woman, and she was pregnant.
After hearing from what he thought was his grandson in distress, another voice came on the line, claiming to be a public defender who was trying to help bail him out.
They needed $5,000 to do that.
The scientist quickly found himself on the road, driving more than an hour and a half from home.
We went to Park City. We finally ended up in Provo to an ATM machine there.
And it was already too late when it hit him.
Till I finally realized that it was a scam.
Allen was tricked in the moment by a frantic voice on the other end. And unfortunately, those voices are only becoming harder to differentiate from the real thing.
But now we're starting to see them utilizing some of the new AI technologies that are coming out.
Cybersecurity expert Richard Hickman says the scammers themselves are getting smarter.
So they're copying and cloning people's voices.
And the results are convincing.
Please, do what they want. I'm scared.
Getting a call from a loved one.
Please, do what they want. I'm scared.
Is infinitely more believable when it sounds like the actual person.
And here's Valley Girl.
Life is like riding a bicycle.
Hickman says a cheap subscription to one of several AI-based voice-generating programs allows the scammer to input samples, say from Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok.
Providing more than 5 minutes of audio in total brings little improvement.
And a familiar voice,
I'm Andrew Adams,
can easily be fine-tuned to say whatever the scammer types.
Please, do what they say. I'm scared.
That was pretty good, actually. That one was decent.
couldn't say it wasn't me.
Right?
If I was like, please do what they say, I'm scared. I mean, that would kind of sound like it, right?
Yeah.
When I wrote this algorithm in 1968 for the atomic clocks, I used AI.
Back in Allen's home,
Oh, if I could get this to work.
Hey, Andrew Adams.
Hickman's demonstration proves only more worrisome to the physicist.
But in reality, it was some AI-generated voice saying that.
The cybersecurity expert says it's a scam that could happen to anyone, and he's quick to share ways to make sure logic doesn't fail others in the moment, including that it's important for all families to have a safe word.
If they don't use that key phrase with me over the phone, I can't trust that it's them.
In fact, we're going to do that as a family.
He also urges everyone to simply hang up and dial back the number already saved for the loved one.
My goal is to help others as much as we can.
If ever that eerily familiar voice comes calling.
So I'm much more cautious. I need to know who's on the other end of that line.
Andrew Adams, KSL 5 News.
Pretty interesting. Andrew, thank you. One more suggestion here for your safety. Experts say set your social media accounts to private. It makes it much harder for the scammers to access audio and video files needed to clone your voice.